Hello, 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 everyone. Ah, I thought we would do something back in Johanna's books. I love coloring in these. In the World of Wonders book, I've been wanting to work on these pages here. Too bad they're not numbered, but easy enough to find, right? So I thought today we would start on this side because it is a full 2 pages. And I thought it would be fun to see what we could do in this one. So I think I'm going to use Prismacolors, and I'm thinking, what should we do with this little lighthouse that would be pretty under the sea? And I think we'll start with mineral orange. And I'm just going to kind of fill in around the little stones. I'm just coloring lightly, just trying to kind of just doing all around the edges. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so why not? Kind of like that. There's a little entrance. There's a lot of things down here that we're going to have to explore. So I'm looking for a certain color. Light umber, let's leave that one out. Ochre. Burnt sienna. Chestnut is too dark. I'm looking for my there we go. If I can't find it, I'll use this one. I'm looking for the terracotta. And I just kind of want to go real lightly around my little stones. Nothing heavy. I'm just going to come back in here around the sides just a little bit. These two colors blend well together. I like that. That makes it a whole lot easier. And I'm just going to barely cover up here. Come down a little bit. Like that. And then we can go in between some of these stones, kind of like that. I'm just lightly giving it a little bit of this terracotta right around the edges. And then I'm just darkening it a little bit more right on the edge. Let me sharpen it a little bit. Little tiny circles. And then just go in between all of your little rocks, wherever there's a space that you can. And back up here. It just blends so nicely. But when you lay that first lighter color down and then you go over the top, to me, it makes it so much easier. So these are just tiny little spots in between your rocks. But we're going to go in between them, even if you go over it a little bit. It's okay, because it's just going to darken it in between. Just like that. I can darken it underneath the sleeve. That. I'm just making little circles to kind of blend the two together. Like that. And you can make a little line on one side like that. Just kind of makes that little window or whatever it's supposed to be stand out a little bit more. It's warming up here. We're in the 70s. There we go. You can darken it up a little bit more. Under this little leaf, maybe. Just keep blending them together. Kind of like that. We can come down here. Kind of do the same thing. There's some really strange looking things down here. Now we can do the same thing here. You just want to darken wherever there's something. Like there's a little roof there, or beam. Could be darker under that, on the sides of these little whatever. Just kind of like that. And just come back in and soften. Even if it's just a tiny little bit, it's gonna kind of blend it together. Make it where it's more like that. So I never know what to do with doorways. They always stump me. And so I'm going to use my terracotta, and I'm going to come up here and just darken some of this in. Like that. We don't have to do all of it, just some of it. So I'm just looking for where else we could do this. So maybe on the roof, the little shingles. Just around the little tiny, they are not easy to get into, but we can do it. We can do all things. How's that? See, we darkened that. And I think we'll leave all of that. How about if we darken right around this little windows? I hate hearing sirens. I don't know if you can hear that one or not, but I always want to send a little prayer. Lord, help them. Whatever it is. All right, so now we have to decide what color we're going to make our little rocks. Let's see, what is this one? This is burnt umber. So let's try starting out by not doing all of it. But a little bit. And we can put another color in there. Can either go lighter or darker with the color that we shade it with. Kind of like that. Okay, and so let's try the Sierra Brown. Let's see if it's dark enough. I don't think it is. We can come back in with a darker brown if we want to and make it even darker. right, let's see. I always go by the pencil. Lead. It seems to help more, so we can even go, let's try espresso. Let me sharpen it more. So we don't need much, just a little bit darker. Right around the edges. See, that's just barely, but it still makes a big difference. Because if you can see, it just makes them stand out a little bit more. And you really don't want to do much, just a tiny, tiny bit. Kind of like that. Just making a little tiny circle. I think that really makes them stand out much prettier. So we'll just cover these little rocks. And I'm going to very lightly color this little door. And then I'm going to take the mineral orange try to make it look like you're looking into it. Kind of like that. Now our little stones. I'm going to, where'd they go? Just give them just a little tiny, tiny on that side. And I think we'll think about the steps. And this is the terracotta, no, Sierra brown. Then I'm going to take the mineral orange and I'm going to come this way. Try to make it look like that's the top step. Like that's where you're stepping onto. Try to see in between all this seaweed. Just kind of do it like that. And we'll leave it like that. So now we could either add some color or keep it kind of whatever. Slate gray. I love this color. It just kind of blends with just about anything. We got a little window poking out here. And let's see, we'll come across here. Let's do all of our little rails. Like that. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll just go ahead and with the mineral orange fill in the little tiles on the roof. Our little lighthouse. Like that. I think we'll just go real light here. I'm going to go over with some white. Just trying to make it more like it's a glow in there. I don't know. Okay. And now we're going to pull yellow, lemon yellow. I'm going to do this little light bulb. And do some little like that. And I want some Just a tiny, tiny bit of orange. And then I think I will come in with the white. And be careful. Make that little lighthouse shine. I think we'll just use the slate blue with a little pole, like that. Okay. Well, let's start with some apple green. Gonna pull some color through here. Just kind of letting it highlight itself. Coming back and darkening on the sides. Back down again and darkening on either side of that middle little vein. Let it kind of be lighter. Darkening it down here as we go up. Kind of like that. And so what do we got? Lemon peel. And let's come up with this one with lemon peel. Oops, there went my eye drops. Trying to move things out of the way so I don't knock anything else off. Okay. I've never seen flowers underneath the ocean. Maybe somebody else has, but I haven't, so I'm not sure what color the flowers should be. I guess they can be any color we want them to be. So what colors are we going to make this underworld? Let's do some lavender. Let's try mulberry and lavender. I think I'll take the mulberry and just come down little ways and take the lavender just kind of mix it in. Kind of like those, are they called blood hearts or? Kind of like that, huh? These blend so well together. You almost can't tell where they stop and where they start, which is a good thing. Okay, so I think I'm going to just color these and then I'm going to put a little bit of that down into it. Just at the top. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. And then we can use, I'm going to put yellow on these for right now. We'll come back with the Posca yellow pen. Let's make sure I remember to do that. Okay, so now we have, I don't know what kind of flower that is. Let's do moss green and chartreuse. So I think I'm going to color this whole little flower in chartreuse first. Like that, and even the stem. And I'm going to come back in with the moss green Just do little circles. Kind of shading it a little bit. And then I'll come back over the top of it. And we'll just blend it a little more. I'll just give it a little bit of shading. And what about, I don't know if this will work, but we'll try it. Put some yellow in the center. It'll keep it green. It didn't work. Okay. So I think, let's do the moss green on this little guy. We're going to come down just a little ways. Let me sharpen it. And up a little ways. Like that. Just leaving a little space in between. I'm going to come down the middle. And cross these little black lines just to make them darker. I'm going to take my chartreuse and just lightly go across that. To be careful or you're going to blend it right out of there. Okay. And do the same thing. We're just leaving a little space between so we can put the lighter color in between. Just like that. Okay. Oh, there's a miller in the house. I kept seeing something flying. I thought, what is that? I don't know why they always come out at night. Let me go make sure my front door is shut. Sorry about that. It wasn't shut, and that's how they get in here. And of course, he's going to fly all around. So if you see something fly by, it's just a miller. It's that time of the year here in Colorado. I don't know. They must have had a good season, because when I opened my front door, between the screen door and the main door, there's all kinds of dead ones. They just die. I don't know how they died so quickly. I think they would just fly off. Maybe they're like other breeds and they lay their eggs and then they die. If you want to darken it, go sideways. Don't pull it up and down, because you'll cause it to lose the color. Okay, well that looks good. So what is this little guy here? It's one of those, who knows? So I think we're gonna do something. I'm gonna use my orange. I know, it's so bright. But if it's coral, coral is pretty bright. And then let's sharpen this. Our chartreuse. I don't know if this will work, but let's try it. I should have left a little space. Okay, so it's not going to work so good. So I'll just use my mineral orange and tone it down just a little bit. Okay. And of course I would get out of line there. I think that's a little step going in there too. We're just gonna, that must be the back door, which is fine. I'll just take a brown, Sierra brown, and just shade it a little bit. Okay, so now we got these two little flowers. They look very interesting. I wonder, I don't want to do anything too crazy with them, but okay, let's try, I think it's a P-A-R-M-A, Parma. violet. Okay. It's hard to see. These letters on these definitely wear off. So I'm going to stay out of the middle. And I'm not going to let that Miller bother me. I have a glass table, so I have this mat down, but there's still places where it reflects, and he's up here in my light, flying around, being crazy. Now let's take some white. Kind of like that, huh? And what color should we make the inside of that thing? I'm gonna use sap green. And I think I'm gonna use sap green on these. I'm just gonna come along the outside. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. Kind of like that. And let's see, I don't know if this is what I want to do or not, but just pull some of that green down into the white. And okay, that looks good. So that's what we're going to do on this one too. It looks the same. Man, we got a big old fish down here. Okay, and what did we use? This one, the purple. Just trying to leave enough space in the center to pull the white through. Polychromos works so well. In Johanna's books. It makes coloring so easy. Okay, so now we took our green. just like that. And we get them all. We got some little ones down here. Now I think we got them all. And we'll just take our white again and just pull all these colors together. I think I had a little lavender on there. Be careful of your whites. The bottom is clean. Not full of other colors, because that's what you're gonna get. And that's what I got there, but it'll be okay. You can barely notice it. Now I have to be careful not to pull that purple from that flower into this. I'm just making little circles as I get close to the green, and I'm pressing good because it's going to bring that lighter shade down in that, just like that. So now we got to come back. Oh, there they are. The colors of the flowers up there we have down here. So we used what green? Yeah, I think we used the lime peel, the mulberry, and the lavender. I'm just gonna go ahead watch out for that little fish. He does not look like he's very kind. Actually, I think these are a little different, because they have little green leaves coming down. There's my Miller. He came to visit me. He got brave to get on the table. I'm not about to not catch him if I can. Let's see. Maybe we should make all the flowers down here lavenders. So I'm going to go ahead and take my lavender color these. That's pretty. And we could make these little guys. Mulberry. It looks good. And I think I'll take a chartreuse and come down with this. He's gonna go hide. Yep, the miller. I was gonna do a little tiny bit of the lime peel. Not much. Just a little bit. So we might as well do these little leaves. Oh, that's a ship. That's a ship in a bottle. Okay. I thought, where's that ship? Anyway. Alright, so this is getting a little confusing, so I'm just gonna I got me some orange juice, and that seems to make my thirst not so much. So I don't know why. Okay, so here's another one of these little guys. So let's put just a little bit of lime peel here and there. And I'm going to get the moss green out. I'm going to do the stem. Keep switching greens so that nothing ends up together. Okay, I'm going to just come down these little guys. Oh, I went over that one. I'll have to erase it. Now, I'm looking to see if I have any other. Here's one. Well, that's the same one. Some of these I have duplicates because here's a lilac, but I have a funny little side, so I'm going to use my pencil, and you're supposed to hold the it takes coordination. You're supposed to hold the pencil still and rotate the pencil sharpener. So that's what they say. I'm just going to make little circles. We got 3 of these, okay. I'm going to make all the flowers down here in purples. I love how the lighthouse turned out. I'll probably have to color the fish tomorrow. We'll see how far we can get with doing the flowers. Okay. I like coloring the fish. I think they're fun. Might get some of the gel pens out. I put them in a case and now I don't use them because guess what? They're in a case. Okay. That part's done. So let's move over just a little bit. And let's see, what other color purple do we got? This is Delphia purple. Let's see. Maybe just do the tops of them. And I'm going to write that. And then I'm going to do my little, oops, sorry, with the white pencil and pull that color down. Like that. And that blends it right down into that and makes it such a pretty little color, huh? I like that. All right. So, just looking for what green I want to use. Let's go back to our lime peel. Like that. And I'm thinking these should be, I'm going to use the lime peel for the stem. And I think the moss green in the rest of the leaf. And we'll give it some depth of color. Okay, now let's take our moss green. Come right around the edge where we haven't. And I think in the bottom of the C, we're going to use our gel sticks to paint the sand. I really have grown to like those gel sticks. I have other wax markers that I use to mark in my Bible that I haven't used forever. Found out they do the same thing. If you add a little water, they're going to, so if you bought any of those, give it a try. Anything that's wax kind of markers, try it with a little water and a brush. See what happens. And I was not putting down water brushes where you put the water in them. I just, because I'm a watercolorist, I just find the watercolor brushes, so much easier for me. They may not be for you. So anything I say or do is just a suggestion of what I find helpful for me. So now we got some coral down here. And I'm thinking we're going to kind of make some of this coral more orange and yellows. So this is my mineral orange. And I'm going to leave the ends of this open. Like that. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I'm just thinking, I don't know. Am I sure I want to use this orange? It's not like I can't fix it. It's trying to make it different colors. Okay, so we got some grass back here, so I'm gonna use apple green. Just like that. Welcome to the new subscribers, if I forget. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you for the people that's left memos and comments. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. That means you liked what I did. So that means a lot to me. We'll just get all this little grass while we're down here. I'm going to try to get everything done except for the fish and the bottle and the crab. Okay. Well, there's more. Oh, let's get it done. Well, we have this color in our hand. That fish is going to be fun tomorrow. And the bottle. And that little crab. Okay, then we got all the little grassy pieces. There's a few little tiny ones up here. Don't know what they are, but we got them. Okay. So what if we did some of the corals also in the lavenders? They are some beautiful colors. I don't know if it's in certain parts of the oceans. I've never been under the sea. Well, Disneyland. If anybody's been to Disneyland, years ago anyway, they had a boat with a bottomless that had glass, which was pretty. It's kind of pretty, huh, with the purple lavenders. Now I did these somewhere else. I can't remember how I did them, but let's see. Let's find this sunshine yellow. Mix a few colors with it. So I'm going to just color them in. And then we'll come back and we'll shade them. They look like little squash, those little green ones. Well, that's a good idea. Let's see if we can do that. How's that? And then we could take a little bit of the orange around the edge. Like that. That gives it more color. And we could come back with our sunshine yellow and just blend it a little bit. It makes it a pretty color. I like that. Okay. I got one more, so let's pick how about this brighter Delphinium purple. Yeah, that'll blend. This is the purple sea. And the oranges blend because of our little lighthouse. The Millers finally settled down. Let's make this last one mineral orange. And we'll take our orange, let's do the ends. Okay, that looks pretty good. And we're going to paint our little jar too. Alright, so let's get the chartreuse green out and do these little vines. Whatever these little tiny things are. Okay. And then let's do the moss green. Oh, I spoke too soon. Off he goes again. Make these moss green. Like that. I just keep thinking mix my greens so that you can't, so that the colors are just blended throughout. So I'm gonna, didn't we do a little lesson on twisted? Yeah, we did. How to make and draw out twisted seaweed. It's kind of like an S shape. Whoops. All of that was not in the camera. I can't believe it. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I always think I'm going to be really careful. It won't happen again, and it did. You get your mind on what colors, what to do, and you mess up. I'm so sorry. Okay. Now we need to find a different green. And I think we'll go back to this sap green light. Let's do that in here. And Just like that. I'm going to color it real hard right in there. I'm going to come in with my white and pull it. Keep making little circles until that hard line disappears. And it's just kind of pulling that color down into that. The same thing here. Just keep making little circles until that hard line starts disappearing. And it looks more like it's blending together. Like that. It's really easy with Prismacolors to do that. Alright, it's getting pretty. So, let's finish up this part tonight. And so I'm not sure what this is supposed to represent. And so I'm going to take some of my slate gray and I'm going to go around all of it. Like that. Oh, I think those are two little green stems. Let's color them now. Okay. I just don't have a clue what this is supposed to be. So we'll just make something up. I'm going to just come in with my white and I'm going to blend all that color throughout wherever it'll stretch to. Maybe it's a little bubbles, maybe it's a little current. I don't know. But we'll just make it look pretty. Like that. And then I don't know what these are. These little rocks or what? What are you? So I think I'm going to just come and kind of fill them all in, except for the little, I think they're flowers. We'll leave all of those little flowers alone. Maybe we'll color them purple. Imagine that. I'm curious to see what that little fish is going to look like. Maybe we'll get the paints out and do a background with the paints with him, like we did in that other one. I'm going to take my Sunshine Yellow now. I'm just going to kind of hit and miss. I really don't know what this is. So we'll just, again, make it look pretty. And then we're going to come back over this with another color. I'm not going to leave it this bright. Okay, so I'm thinking, what color should we go over it with? I wonder what the eggshell would do. Probably nothing. Alright, so we won't do that. That's not going to help. What about this beige? Sierra. Was it beige Sierra? Sienna. I'm just kind of mixing that color up. It's pretty hard not to pick up the other colors. Keep mixing it. Okay. was just looking for a blender pencil, but I do not see one. So let's just use our white. And I have how many blender pencils? A million. I'm just letting this blend together. Let it be shaded in different areas. Let it kind of take shape. Okay. I basically like this. Alright, so those little flowers. Let's just what are we using? Parma Violet. And I think we used, where is it? I thought I just had it. I did. I must have thrown it on the floor. No, I didn't. It's here somewhere. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Okay. We'll try to make them just different colors that we've already used. Like that. Make sure we get some lighter ones in here, not all dark. These little flowers, it's hard to see the different colors. I guess they're flowers, I don't know. Like that. Okay, I think we're gonna say that's good for tonight. And tomorrow we'll do the fish and these three, and then we'll be finished with this page. So thank you everybody for watching. Please remember to subscribe if you like it. Please give me a thumbs up. If you got a comment, something you want to share with me, just leave me a memo. I love getting them. I answer you right away, within the day usually. So thank you for subscribing. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. If nobody told you that they care about you today, I'm telling you, I do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me some of your time. Bye.